welcome to this video that discusses how to add correlation matrices in Analytics Solver Platform. Unless you specify otherwise, Analytics Solver Platform assumes that each of your uncertain variables is independent of all other uncertain variables. Correlation is the statistical measure of the degree to which one variable is related to another. Analytics Solver Platform uses a Spearman rank order correlation value to induce a linear correlation between any two uncertain variables when they have the same or different analytic distributions, or even custom distributions. This value can range from -1, which means the variables are exactly negatively correlated, to +1, which signifies that the two variables are exactly positively correlated. A correlation matrix is used to induce a statistical correlation among two or more uncertain variables. When a correlation matrix is present, two values for the uncertain variables included in the matrix will be drawn from related percentiles of each distribution. Let's go back to our small example where we have two uncertain variables in cells E13 and E14. I've also added a third uncertain variable in cell D12. The uncertain variable in cell E13 is using the PSI PERT distribution with parameters of min, likely, and max, and the uncertain variable in cell E14 is using the PSI triangular distribution with parameters of min, likely, and max as well. The uncertain variable in cell D12 uses the PSI uniform distribution with a lower bound of 50,000 and an upper bound of 100,000. To add a correlation matrix, click Correlations, Matrices on the ribbon. Select the three uncertain variables and click the double arrow to add them to the correlation matrix. Histograms of each distribution appear on the diagonal. Enter a value between 1 and -1 in these three cells to induce a correlation between each of these variables. When the market is hot, the selling price will be low and the unit cost and volume will be high. Conversely, when the market is slow, the selling price will be high and the product cost and volume will be low. Since selling price and product cost are negatively correlated, let's enter a value of -0.9 for the correlation coefficient. And since selling price is also negatively correlated with volume, we can enter -0.9 here as well. Volume and product cost appear to be positively correlated. So let's enter a positive coefficient of +0.1. This might seem a little small, but let's leave this value for now. We can always change it later. The blue scatter plots reflect the correlations between the two variables. Double-click the scatter plot to open a new dialog. You can move the slider left or right to change the correlation coefficient value. Then click Accept to accept the changes. Enter a name for the correlation matrix, such as Correlation Matrix 1, and a cell address. Then click Save. Now the matrix appears on the left side of the Manage Correlation Matrices dialog and also on the Model Task pane under Correlations. To edit the matrix, simply select the matrix from the left and click the Edit icon. To remove the matrix, select the matrix on the left and click Delete. A correlation matrix must be consistent. For example, if variable A has a high positive correlation with variable B, and B has a positive correlation with C, then variable A cannot have a high negative correlation with C. In mathematical terms, the correlation matrix must be positive semi-definite. If a matrix that you create does not satisfy this property, Analytics Solver Platform will automatically adjust the matrix elements so that the matrix is positive semi-definite by clicking the Validate button. Here we see that our correlation matrix is not positive definite, and it's asking us if we would like Analytics Solver Platform to help us fix the matrix. Let's click Yes. In this dialog, we can simply click Update Matrix to allow Analytics Solver Platform to adjust the matrix to be positive semi-definite. However, let's assume that we feel very confident that there is a strong negative correlation between E13 and E14, but we are less sure about the correlation between D12 and E14. We can signal to Solver that the correlation coefficients for D12 and E13 and E14 should be changed by a very small amount. And the coefficient value between E14 and D12 should take the brunt of the change. Now click Update Matrix. Here we see that the smallest changes were made to the values in red, and the largest change was made to the value in green. If you are happy with the changes, then we can click Accept, and all changes will be accepted. To exit the Manage Correlation Matrices dialog, click the X in the upper right-hand corner. When you inspect the worksheet, you'll notice that each of the uncertain variable formulas have been appended with the PSI core matrix function. In addition, the actual correlation matrix now appears on the worksheet here. You can easily make changes to the matrix simply by adjusting the values in the worksheet. Changes performed within the worksheet will be automatically updated in the Correlation Matrices dialog. This concludes this video on adding and editing correlation matrices in Analytics Solver platform. Click the link that appears now to speak to our technical support staff.